What's going on, YouTube? We're finally taking this fender off. First step, pop the hood. Second step, open hood. I'll be honest, I've never worked on these cars before, never taken a fender off. I just recently learned how to change the oil. So, but from my understanding, we've got about 3 bolts up here. We gotta take the inner fender out, and this actually pops off, and I think there's a bolt behind there too. Don't know about the bumper yet, but we'll figure it out. We're actually gonna need this piece for the other one. All right, as you see, pull this off. It just kind of pushes in. It's all clipped in. And it's got a little bit of sticky tape right here. Don't know what that's for, but there's a bolt right back there. So you have to take this off to get to that bolt. All right, so you got a push pin there for the fender right there. You guys have 2 bolts right here for the fender, and they are pretty rounded off. Looks like every time someone tried to jack it up, they would just hit those bolts. So yeah, we're gonna do our best. All right, this, cut a couple zip ties because this was literally zip tied on. Bumper's kind of hanging out a little bit, so that's cool. Pop this little guy off. There's one more bolt right there, and I still have not been able to get those bottom ones yet, but when there's a will, there's a way. Well, like I said, when there's a will, there's a way. I got the fender off. Not exactly the way I planned. I did have to cut off the bottom with some tin snips. And you can see my pieces down there. And let's see if I can show you all that. Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. That's the rest of the fender. Fortunately, I do not have a cutoff wheel, and every single socket I've tried to hammer on there does not seem to want to hold. So it is getting kind of late. I got the fender off. That's kind of my main goal. I'll make that tomorrow's problem.
Good morning, YouTube. Finally have an exciting video planned for y'all today. So, as y'all know, we have our 14th Subaru BRZ, and when we got it, it had a bad fender. See, it was dented up, it was wrecked on that side, and what have you. Well, last night, y'all saw, took the fender off, and I kind of had to get creative on taking it off, but we finally found another fender for it, along with some extra goodies. So what kills me on this car is that after we bought this car, I thought sourcing a red fender was gonna be a piece of cake. They literally have 3 different model types. Like, you know, you got the Subarus, the Scions, and the Toyotas. They all fit, they all interchange with these cars. I thought it'd be easy to find a red fender, considering red is the most common color I see driving around all the time. Yeah, that wasn't the case. So basically, we've had this car since December. It is now April, and I'm just now finding the fender for it. I found every fender that I found, they were either gone already, they were either sold, they were either dented up more than that was, they wanted too much money for it, they're the wrong color. I wanted to try to find one that was the same color, the same kind of red, because getting a fender and trying to get it painted, paint's expensive nowadays. So I was really holding off to find the right red, and finally found a guy on Marketplace. Couldn't really agree on a price. Then he messaged me yesterday. We kind of came to an agreement, and so now we're driving an hour and a half to go meet him. But fun fact for y'all, it ain't just a fender we're getting. We're actually getting a whole lot of other stuff. We're literally probably getting a truck bed full of stuff. And that was kind of why we couldn't agree on the price. He was trying to sell everything, which I didn't want to get everything. I just wanted the fender. But you know what? We came to an agreement, and I think it's going to work out really good. Oh yeah. Subi about to get fixed right. All right, y'all, I know it's kind of a mess right now, but as you see, we got the freaking jackpot for this car. We got a good hood, a somewhat good bumper. We have both driver and passenger fender. We've got both driver and passenger headlights that look a lot better than these, which, you know, this one's okay, but yeah, this one, that one is looking very rough. That's going to be the one that's going to replace that. And when we got there, the guy even threw in all this stuff. He threw in the fan, the crash bar, the plastic fan. I have no idea where it goes. I think it goes under the car or goes around the fans or something. But he literally threw in all of this, which is awesome. So now what we got to do is we got to figure out how to get those two bolts down into there out. These two right here, because as you can see, they look very, very rough. All right, finally got those two bolts out with WD-40, lots of vice grips, and a lot of hammering. So now it's time to put on the new fender. We do have to take this off though because it is different. And I just realized it looks like pistons. That's kind of cool. Moment of truth. All right, nice little gap right there. Same gap as it was earlier. Same. We could probably go that way a little bit. All right, y'all, there she is. Looks a whole lot better. It does have a little dent right there, but we knew about that. That dent does not compare to all those dents. So, looks a whole lot better. And the new hood, without all the hail damage, looks a lot better too. And we'll fix that. But yeah, looks a lot better. All right, YouTube, I don't know what's going on with my hair right now. It's kind of going crazy right now, but something else we got to do to Subi is we got these brand newly used headlights for it, and this is actually one of the better ones, but you see how it's kind of yellow right up here? So before we put these on the car, I figured it'd be a good idea to go ahead and clean them up, wash them up, put some good sanding stuff on it, and we're going to try to make these look pretty new again. So I'm going to take you through the process on how I do it. So I've actually never used this kit before. This is my first time using this kit, but this kit's actually pretty cool. It's Rain-X. You know, Rain-X is a good brand, and it actually comes with everything you will need. All you need is like literally a drill, which I got plenty of those. So we're gonna give this kit a try today.
Alright, so like I said, this kit pretty much comes with everything. It comes with your drill attachment, and it comes with all these different little sanding discs. So, according to the instructions, what you do, you take your brown disc, yeah, it's brown, and you attach it to said drill. Plop it on there like so. It's very squishy, actually. More squishier than I thought. And also what we're gonna do is we are going to take, they say use a spray bottle. I unfortunately don't have a spray bottle. What I have is a bucket of water and a rag. So that's what I'm gonna be using. As you can see, all the yellow is already off of it, but there's still one more step we gotta do. Now you put on the polishing pad, and you're going to take this buffing polish, and you're gonna put it on this and kind of rub it all in. And then we're gonna buff it basically. To avoid splattering, I might have too much on here, but to avoid it splattering, you want to kind of take it and rub it all in here. Kind of take it, rub it all in. Then you let the drill do the rest. All right, after you do that, you're gonna take it, take a little wet rag, you're just gonna wipe it off. And you should see how shiny it is now after you wipe the excess polish off. I mean, that looks 10 times better. Holy cow. Golly, that looks good. Look how shiny that looks now. Man, that looks awesome. I might do one more pass at it, just to kind of get a little bit more on there. But yeah, this one wasn't as bad as the other one. The other one's a little worse. So we'll probably do one more pass at it. All right, as y'all can see, this one is way worse than this one was. So, but we're gonna do the same exact steps. I'm gonna show you how clean this came out after. So another thing this kit came with was these little protectant wipes. And apparently you're supposed to wear rubber gloves with these too. But you take these wipes and you just kind of wipe over the lens after you're done. It's a big freaking wipe. Apparently you're supposed to do this very quickly after you do this, because as soon as you open this wipe up, that's when the chemicals and the protectant part, apparently that's when it all starts going into play. So we're just gonna do this as quickly as possible. All right, so in an impromptu decision, I decided to go ahead and see if I can clean these up. This one is actually the best looking one, a little bit of yellow on top, just like how those were. But this one over here is the one that we're gonna have to really put in some elbow grease into. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can get that cleaned up. Another reason I opted to back the car out and do this and not in the garage, because when I did those, I kind of got polisher everywhere, and I didn't want to get polisher all over the baby stuff and anything else that's in the garage. So we're doing it out here, and there is one extra step we gotta do. We actually gotta mask off the bumper and the hood. We gotta mask off the body of the car, because if you try doing all this, it could probably mess up the paint on it. So we're gonna get some masking tape. We're gonna cover all that up. All right, the only reason I'm not too confident that this is gonna come out good is because you see the headlight, how it's all like crackly, and that's not really yellowy or cloudy material. That's like the headlight itself. Like, that's like inside the headlight. There ain't nothing you can do to fix that. But I'll still clean it up. We'll see how it comes out. Who knows, maybe it'll come out really good. It's worth a try. Either way, either we keep these headlights, I clean these up, we keep them on the car and we sell these, or we put these on the car and we sell these. Either way, one of these is gonna get sold. So might as well clean them both up, and whichever one looks good, we'll go from there. All right, it's actually the next day, but we're back. We're gonna start on this again. Y'all, I'm so freaking mad. I recorded that whole process and the phone did not record, but there it is, finished up. I gotta say, that looks, yeah, the polish kind of got everywhere. It's a lot better than that. That's unreal, the difference that made. Oh, that's awesome. Well, this one ain't gonna be as satisfying, but I'll still do the process again, just to show y'all. So, unfortunately, I can't do the actual wipe part, like the little protected wipe that comes with it, because that was kind of like a one-time use. But honestly, this is all you have to do for the kit. You don't really have to use that wipe. It's just, like I said, it's just like a little protectant. That's all it is. But hey, the kit works.
gets your headlights clean. Now we're gonna clean the whole car, because that's pretty bad. Alrighty, with the freshly cleaned headlights and the freshly cleaned car, because I decided to clean the whole car because I got all those spots everywhere. And freaking as soon as I clean it, I get trees and everything falling on it, but that's okay. So there's the newish hood along with the newish fender. And as you can see, the color looks kind of brighter, but it's really not. I think it's just kind of the way the light's hitting it. But yep, that's the newish hood, newish fender with no dents in it other than this one little one right here. But yeah, that's it completely on the car. And yeah, finally Subi's looking a lot better. The front bumper, girlfriend hasn't decided yet whether she wants to keep this bumper or put the Scion bumper on there. Personally, I like the Subaru bumper better, just me personally, but it is kind of beat up in the front, as you can tell. The factory headlights cleaned up way better than I actually thought they would. So I'm very, very happy about that. It really brings the whole car together now. And now the Subi's actually got a wash. It just, man, it makes it look 10 times better. I'm loving it. Next video y'all probably see is me touching up the paint, because you got a lot of little spots right here. Just a few little nicks here and there. I really want to try to repaint the mirrors and the spoiler. I really want to try to repaint it. Mainly just kind of touch up a few little areas on it. I did forget about the broken taillight. So when I was washing it, I did get a little bit of water in there. Now the taillight looks all crappy, unfortunately. The guy we got the parts from, he didn't have a taillight. The whole back end of the car was completely like gone. All he had left was literally the front half of it. So he didn't have a taillight, but there is another junkyard around here that does have a lot of these Subarus. I'm going to ask if they have I'm going to see if they have a taillight. Hopefully for pretty cheap. But yeah, it doesn't have a giant dent in the fender. And also we got to touch up this too, where it was rubbing the door forever. The door officially opens all the way. Now you can actually get in the passenger side a lot easier, ignore the trash. But yeah, looks freaking awesome. And I was actually going to try to put that stuff on these little daytime running lights and the fog lights, but it's kind of a tight fit. I might still try it. Might do that off camera or something, see if I can get it as clean as the headlights did, because I think they'll clean up nicely. Otherwise, I don't know how much new ones are of those. I know headlights and taillights aftermarket, they're actually way more expensive than I thought they were going to be. Like for the Silverado, you could buy headlights right now for like $100, like some clears, make it look good. Clears for this car are like $190, or I could be exaggerating that price a lot, but they're way more than what the Silverado usually costs, which is kind of surprising. You know, the ones we really want to get are the ones like the little LED strip kind of, you know, going down, kind of like a bug eye, or like angry eye. Those are the kind we really want to get for it, but those are expensive, like I said. But anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all learned a lot from it. Hopefully more Subi content to come, so don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this one, more of that truck, and any other project we got on the channel coming up. So yeah, y'all have a good one.